Good morning. At this difficult time, I want to reach out to all of you, our Airbus employees, our customers, our suppliers and partners, as well as all our friends wherever you may be. Together we face a global health crisis of truly historic proportions. My thoughts are with the people who have been directly touched by this daunting virus, those who have been fallen ill, their families and loved ones, as well as the vulnerable who face a deeply worrying time. I'd also like to pay tribute to those fighting this pandemic, health professionals and all those in the public services caring for others and working so hard to halt the spread of the virus. Thank you. Thank you as well to all others in the rest of the society that keep acting in those difficult conditions for the general interest. At Airbus, our priority is to support those efforts while keeping our employees safe. Let's be clear and humble. The challenge on us is to do both at the same time. On the one hand, we do all we can to support our customers and partners, in particular in the emergency and health services, the armed forces and the police, and other critical public services in Europe and across the world. Every day, they rely on our aircraft and our solutions to carry out their life-saving missions. We owe them our total support. As Airbus, we've also donated thousands of face masks to hospitals and public services across Europe in the last days, and will continue to do so as much as we can. We're also working with our social partners and are implementing the necessary measures to ensure the health and safety of our 139,000 Airbus employees across the globe. Since last week, governments throughout Europe have announced drastic new measures against the coronavirus. Today, we have restarted production on the French and Spanish sites, which we had partially paused last week, to take the necessary time to implement strict hygiene, cleaning and distancing measures. These measures are also being applied across all our sites without full interruption of production, as the pandemic situation is deemed less critical so far. For other non-production activities, we continue home working measures where possible, and step by step, these employees will return to the office where and when appropriate health measures are implemented to secure all working environments. We're taking all necessary measures to ensure that our business can continue, but if a workstation doesn't conform to the coronavirus requirements, it will not reopen. At the beginning, production efficiency may be low, even sometimes very low. It's okay. We'll recover efficiency later. All this follows the initial and extraordinary response of our colleagues in China, who have now resumed their operations, including at our final assembly line in Tianjin. I want to thank all our employees around the world. Their commitment and dedication will prove we can recover from this crisis. Actually, this crisis is not one. We have two crises, a health one and an economic one. We need to face both of them simultaneously and now. Earlier today, we announced some of the financial measures we intend to take to help us navigate the current crisis, protect jobs and secure operations for the months ahead. We will increase liquidity measures to provide more stability and flexibility. At the same time, we'll focus on the resilience and management of our backlog while supporting our airline customers heavily impacted by this crisis. Today, it's impossible to precisely evaluate the impact of the coronavirus will leave on our company this year. This is why we have revoked our 2020 guidance. At the same time, we're advocating support of government for the complete ecosystem across the industry, for our suppliers and customers, for example, through the use of export credit. For our generation, these are unprecedented times. This crisis will see our industry undergo deep changes in the months ahead, but we, Airbus and the broader aerospace sector, will emerge from this difficult period eventually. I am convinced that we will recover and together at Airbus resume our task of pioneering sustainable aerospace for a safe and united world. Thank you and stay safe.